Hi everyone! In this video, we will find the domain given a graph. Use the graph of the function to find its domain and range in interval notation. The domain are the x values and the range are the y values. So for the x values, I'm going to look at the x-axis here and see where does the graph pass around that. So I'm going to look, it looks like right here's the first time that the graph passes through the domain. There's nothing over here, so I don't need to include that. And it continues on clear until I get to here. And that's when the graph finishes any sort of interaction with the domain. So the domain is going from, this is -3, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 to +4. So the domain is going from -3 to +4. Now let's talk about the endpoints. And at -3, we have a closed circle, so this means I'm going to include it, so I'll use a bracket. But at +4, there's an open circle, which means I'm not including that point. So I'm going to use a parenthesis, showing that I don't include it. Now let's go ahead and look at the range. The range is where our graph is going in the y direction, and we're going to move from bottom to top. So I'm going to go as far down, there's no graph here, there's no graph here, and now there's graph here. So this is the lowest point of our domain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at -6. And now the graph continues to interact in the range clear until here. And that is when it looks like I end. There's no more graph up here, so I don't need to worry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the graph ends in the range clear up here at 4. And so I am going from the range from bottom to top from -6 to +4. Now -6, there is a closed circle, so this means I'm including the -6. And when I get up to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is an open circle, so again, we're going to use a parenthesis showing that we don't include that in the range. We have now written the domain and the range of this graph in interval notation.